Guys, I'm gonna share my screen. I'm not gonna waste any more time. Let's continue. So once I'm here, I can just say let x to the exponent of 1 over 2 equal to what? To k. Therefore, now you're gonna have k squared minus 5k plus 4 all equal to 0. Then once you are here, you already know what to do. It's in what? It's in quadratic standard form. And then you can use quadratic formula. Are you guys okay?
Yes, sir.
Can you continue moving?
Yes, sir.
Uh, can you please screenshot these last two problems? Can you please screenshot them? I want the answers to them in the group tomorrow. This letter D and E. Are you guys done screenshotting?
Yes, sir.
Guys, are you guys done?
Yes, sir.
Yeah? Learners,
Yes, sir.
you are done screenshotting.
Yes.
Okay. So now let's go on to the last concept and then we'll be done with this first topic of grade 11. Now we are going to said equations. Remember, where do we come from? We come from said expressions where we did stuff like rationalizing the denominator, stuff like those. Remember that?
Yes, sir.
We come from there. Now we are going to be doing what? Said equations. And remember that a said is just the square root of a value, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now for you to be able to do sets, like to do said equations, you must be able to follow these three laws. There are not many. So the law number one just says uh the expression of, like, let's say the set of, like, let's say a variable a. This a is a variable, like Anish. This set will this square root will only be defined or be real only if a is greater or equal to what? To 0. So the square root of any value will only be defined whenever that value is a value that is greater or equal to what? To 0. So we want the value inside the square root to be positive or to be what? Equal to 0. No negative. We don't have any negative values under a square root. So therefore, a square root of 4 is okay because 4 is a number that is greater than 0. It's positive. A square root of 0 is okay. But a square root of negative 1, this is not okay. A square root of negative 5, this is not okay. We do not deal with that at high school level. Sorry about that. Do you guys understand me?
Yes.
Are we guys still on the same page? So a square root
Yes.
can only be take like we can only take it whenever the value under the square root sign or the value under the said sign is what is positive or great or equal to 0. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
So now let's go on to the law number 2 now. The second law just says, okay, the square root of any variable or any number cannot be what? Cannot be negative. So there's no way that if in case I have square root of 4, square root of 4 cannot be equal to negative 2. right? Or a square root of x cannot be equal to -5 because there's no way that I'm going to put a value under a square root and then get it to be what? Negative. You can say the square root of 16 in your calculator. Are you going to get a -4 or a +4? Tell me, square root of 16, is it going to be, are you going to get -4 or are you going to get +4?
Positive 4.
So the value under the square root must always give you a positive answer, right?
Yes, sir.
So, and then now there's the third argument now that we have. It's just telling us that the square root of like a all squared, it's just gonna be equal to a. And where can this come from? We can derive it by laws of exponent and say square root of a is the same as a to the exponent of 1 over 2. Let's take this all to the exponent of 2. So this 1 over 2 times 2 is gonna give us a to the exponent of 1, which is the same as a. Do you see where it comes from?
Yes, sir.
So these things you don't need to cram. Your mathematics skills can help you do anything, even in the most difficult situation. You see, guys, are you okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now I want you guys to know another one. Let's think of another one. And let's say I have a to the uh, square root of x all squared. Tell me what is this gonna be? Here it's a times the square root of x. If in case I square all of this, what is it gonna be equal to? So because you have multiplication sign in between, remember this law. This law that says a times b all to the exponent of c. You're gonna take a, take it to the exponent of c times b to the exponent of what? C. So here what are you gonna do? You're gonna say a, give it the exponent of what? 2 times this square root of x. You give it the exponent of what? 2. So therefore you're gonna have a squared times what? X. Because square root of x all to the exponent of 2 is just x. You guys see how simple this thing is.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now let's go on to problems. Let's solve problems. Let's solve problems, guys. So that we can just apply our knowledge. Apply our knowledge. Apply our knowledge. So now we have the first problem we are solving for x. I have square root of x minus 1 minus 3 all equal to what? To 0. So do you allow me if in case I say I'm just going to take this -3 and transpose it to the right hand side? You are fine with that, right? So I'm going to have square root of
Yes, yeah.
x minus 1 equal to what? To +3, right? And look, is this okay? Can the square root of a value, remember x minus 1 is just a value, can it be equal to a +3? Is that fine or not fine?
Fine.
It's fine, right? Because
It
the
is fine.
value, if in case I put a value under a square root, it must always give me a positive number. So this 3, it's positive. So it's what? It's okay, right? Right?
Yes.
So now we are solving for x. So I have square root of x minus 1. For me to eliminate this square root, I must square it all, right? Both sides. So I'm going to have 3 also. I'm going to square it. So therefore, I'm going to end up getting x minus 1 all equal to what? To 9, right?
Yes.
Therefore, x is going to just be equal to 10. And then please, after solving any equation which has a square root, please always check the answer. So now please take this 10, substitute it there. Eh, Basically, calculate whatever is on the left hand side and tell me if in case it gives you 0 or not. Check. So now you must always check your answer. Guys, please tell me what you get. Are you getting 0? Guys, where you see x, you are just going to substitute 10. Guys, are you still here?
Yes,
So
sir.
zero.
I agree.
Hmm?
Got- Oh,
What are you guys getting when you substitute?
oh,
So zero.
zero.
You are getting 0.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. You guys are correct. So our answer is correct. So let's do letter B. Right? Letter B,
Yes, sir.
it's what? It's square root of x minus 1 plus 3 all equal to 0. So I'm going to have to take this plus 3 to the other side, right? So I'm going to end up getting square root of x minus 1 equal to what? Negative 3. Is this okay?
No,
So I'm having a square root of
No,
a
sir.
value equal to a negative answer. Is it okay?
no.
Enja, about unkenyetse bomo. So therefore, I can just say x square root of x minus 1 cannot be equal to negative 3. Therefore, no solution. There's no answer for x here. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So let me just do this last problem. Let us see. Let me just move this one a bit further down. And let us see. It's in square root of 2 minus 7x. It's saying square root of 2 minus 7x plus 2x plus 2x equal to 0. I must solve for x, right, guys? So do you
Yes,
guys
sir.
allow me to say I'm going to take this 2x to the other side?
Yes, sir.
So I'm going to have square root of 2 minus 7x equal to negative 2x. And please tell me, this thing, this side, is it a natural number? Is it an answer? Is it a value? Is it a real value? Or is it just a variable?
The real
There's a
value.
variable.
It's not a real, it's not 3, it's not 2, it's not 5. It's not a real value, guys.
But
We have a variable.
It's a variable, this thing, because I have negative 2x. This whole thing is because I do not know what is actually the value of x.
mm,
It's not the same as me saying I have 2 minus 7x equal to negative 5. No, here it's a real value, it's a number. Here it's not a real value. This thing is just a variable. Guys, do you agree?
yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay. So therefore, the principle can still hold because I do not, this x can be negative. And if in case it's negative, it's gonna be negative 2 times that negative is gonna give me a positive number, which is gonna be good. Or there's a case whereby this x might be a positive value, like let's say positive 2. Therefore, negative 2 times it's gonna give me what? Negative 4, of which now it will make the thing not to hold. But now I don't know what it is because I have not yet solved the problem, right? So it's still about a variable. It can change. It can be anything. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So the problem is saying square root of 2 minus 7x is equal to negative 2x. I want to eliminate this square root on this side, so I have to square it. You guys agree? I have to square both
Yes,
sides.
sir.
So I'm going to have square root of 2 minus 7x all squared equal to negative 2x all squared. Is that okay?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
So on this side, I'm going to have 2 minus 7x equal to what? 2. If in case I square this, If in case I square this, I'm going to have what? Negative 2 all here, remember. So I'm going to have what? Negative 2 all squared times x also all squared. You remember this law?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to have 2 minus 7x equal to 4 times x squared. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
And then I'm gonna transpose all the terms to the other side, right? So I'm gonna have 0 equal to 4x squared plus 7x minus 2. Do you see that? And then once you are here, you already see what is the value of your A. It's what? It's 4. What is the value of your B? It's 7. What is
7.
the value of your C? Negative 2. Then now you're going to have to say X is equal to negative B plus or minus square root of B squared minus 4AC all over 2A. Then you what? You substitute X is equal to negative into 7 plus or minus square root of 7 squared minus 4 into 4 into negative 2 all over 2 into what is A? It's 4, right? Then you're gonna have X is equal to negative into positive 7 is just negative 7 plus or minus. Take out your calculators, boys and girls. Give me the value under the square root.
81.
Gonna be 81 all over 8. From here, you already know what to do, guys. You're gonna say x is equal to or x is equal to. You already know how to get the answers, guys. Am I wrong or am I okay? I'm correct to guys.
You are
Give me the final answers. Give me the final answers, please, boys and girls.
X is equals to 1 over 4.
X is equal to 1 over 4 or x is equal to, boys and girls,
Negative 2.
negative 2, right?
Negative.
Negative 2, right? So these are my two answers, right? And then I said, because this is a sad equation, you always check your answers. So now let's check. Is 1 over 4 a solution to this question? So you substitute 1 over 4 and check in case you get a 0. Substitute this 1 over 4 on this left-hand side. Check if in case you get a 0. Boys and girls, you guys are being slow with the calculator. My people,
Sir,
give me the you guys must be checking 1 over 4.
answer is 1.
So when you so 1 over 4 is not a correct solution, that means, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Let's check negative 2. Guys, hurry up. You're using your calculator. Hurry up. Or else we are going to be here the whole night.
The answer is 0.
Okay. So therefore, we know that x cannot be equal to 1 over 4 when we check, right? Therefore,
Yes, sir.
x is equal to negative 2 what? Only is the correct answer. Are we okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So what I want you, so and guys, whenever for checking, whenever you are checking solution, the solutions, always use a calculator. Did you guys hear me?
Yes, sir.
You always use a calculator. Are we okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So please help me and screenshot your homework. Here are gonna be your homeworks. Your homework, it's this C and this G. Please screenshot them. Have you screenshotted, guys?
Uh,
Huh?
yes, sir.
Okay, let me. So now screenshot these last two problems also. They're gonna be your homework. Have you guys screenshotted?
Yes, sir.
So, guys, let me just stop the recording.